Gene?
Good morning.
Another beautiful day.
Boy, it's a lot nicer out there this morning, yes.
The humidity is down significantly.
Significantly.
Yeah, but watch out. It's going to come back up for the weekend.
Well, that's almost predictable.
Almost, yes. And what, Monday is Tuesday, first day of dove season. And we know we always get humidity and even some thunderstorms right before dove season, right?
Yeah, they can keep the thunderstorms over in Arizona.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's better to get the thunderstorm instead of just plain humidity.
Well, it's not if you are a desert that's not set up for mud.
Well, that...
And we're not.
Yes, and water runoff.
Water runoff. So, keep anywhere else but here.
Yes. Okay. And I take it again this year, you are not going dove hunting.
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, I figured you might have Valor out. He could be your retriever.
Yeah, he could be my bird dog.
Yes. Somehow I think he'd get a kick out of that.
Oh, there's no question he would.
Yes. Oh, well. Anyway, what else is going on? Well, we mentioned yesterday Sean Connery celebrated his 90th birthday at his home in Scotland.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. And of course, James Bond. Sean Connery, to me, is James Bond, is Scottish. Yeah. I did well. And if you ask a Scotsman what they wear under a kilt, they will look you square in the eye and say, shoes.
Shoes, that's
yes.
Right. Shoes.
Okay. And let's see. Today is U.S. National Toilet Paper Day.
Well, everybody's got to have their day. I was wondering sooner or later
they
would say, hey, got a great idea.
It's U.S. National Toilet Paper Day, but November 19th is World Toilet Paper Day.
International, all right.
Yes, and you know why, of course, toilet paper gets 2 days, don't you?
No, but equal time, opportunity, what?
No, it's 2-ply.
Okay.
Okay. And today, Louis, are you listening? It's International Dog Day. Louis celebrates Dog Day every day. In his world, yes, the entire world revolves around Louis.
Yes, sirree.
You really haven't met Louis yet, have you?
Yeah, one time.
Okay.
Yeah, one time he was by the house.
You would not know him now. Louis is just shy of 5 months. He's approaching 40 pounds. And he's tall, which is unusual in my house.
Yeah, being a standard poodle, they got some long legs.
He's got long legs and lots of curly hair.
They're not nearly as common as the regular size poodle, and people get that fixed in their mind, and then they see a standard full, size, and they go, wow.
Yeah. Louis is another puppy from Guide Dogs of the Desert that my wife Pam is doing 98% of the training with Louis. Incredibly smart and very playful, but his playful ends up with Neosporin and Band-Aids sometimes.
Yeah.
He'll end up about 70, 75 pounds.
Well, grow those legs and that body and all stretched out, and wow.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, Louis and every other pooch listening, happy Dog Day.
Happy International Toilet Paper Day, too.
Okay. Birthdays today. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, we've got singer Vic Dana. Remember him?
No.
Well, he did a lot of cover stuff. More, to me, he was more of a lounge-type singer.
A lounge lizard, okay.
Anyway, he's 80. Valerie Simpson. Which one of Ashford and Simpson is she? She's 75. Bob Cowsill is 71. Branford Marsalis, 60. Jimmy Olander of Diamond Rio, 59. Actor Chris Burke is 55. Actor Melissa McCarthy is 50. Pop singer Thalia is 49. Actor Meredith Eaton is 46. Actor Mike Coulter, 44. Are you ready for this one? Actor Macaulay Culkin. Home Alone?
Yeah.
Cute little kid?
Yep.
Yeah, he's an ugly 40 now.
40 years old, wow.
Yes. Actor Chris Pine is 40. Singer-actor Cassie is 34. Actor Evan Ross, 32. Actor Danielle Savre is 32. Actor Dylan O'Brien, 29. Actor Keke Palmer is 27. Local birthdays coming up.
What are your plans for the next one? Earthquake, that is. 1230 KXO has a tip for what you can do after the quake. Do not use your vehicle unless there is an emergency. Keep the streets clear for emergency vehicles. For more information on earthquake preparedness, call the American Red Cross, the Imperial County Office of Emergency Services, or call us here at 1230 KXO.
Let's celebrate our KXO birthdays. Happy birthday, Johnny Collins, Dora Justman, Lulu Garcia, Jonathan Green, Jose Domingo Navarro, Linda Valenzuela, Gloria Aguilar, Randy Sanchez, Elijah Petrie, Irene Avila, Tommy Neary, Willie Bayonne, Luis Alberto Calle, Doreen Hagen, Jay Morquecho, Jeannie Golden, Junior Cruz, Lauren Johnston, Ricardo Rees, Rusty Garcia, Veronica Martinez, and Marisa Guzman. Happy birthday. Okay, good day for a birthday.
Sounds good.
Yes. Oh, well. Anyway, we've got lots of news. In case you missed it, Imperial County has moved on to Stage 2, which means a little bit more as far as businesses being able to open. Yeah, but we're not there yet. Don't figure, okay, we got it made.
Don't mess up.
Don't mess up. You still have to wear a mask, maintain social distancing, self-isolation, but of course, you can do a little bit more shopping, and I urge you. Okay, I'm not knocking Walmart and Target and the big stores. Shop your local store. Okay? You remember back in the day when you had a fundraiser, who did you go to? Yeah, the big guys. I'm sorry, it's our company policy not to donate. You went to your friends and neighbors with the locally owned store, right? And they're the ones that supported you and your organization. Support them.
Yep, and like we said, don't mess up. Continue to do the right things. That's what got us back to the stage we're at right now, and what will keep us and increase the other opportunities. And your local stores will be open again, as long as you don't, mess up.
Don't mess up. Don't be stupid.
And get tested.
Sure.
Get tested. We still need always more negative results.
Yes, negative is good.
Negative is good. It will help. Anyway, you're doing a good job. Just keep it up.
Okay. Let's jump in with a look at World and California news headlines right now, brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. They are your year-round comfort specialists. For sales, for service, call the experts at Lock Air Conditioning.
CBS News Brief. Forecasters say Hurricane Laura is turning into a catastrophic storm as it churns its way through the Gulf of Mexico. This woman and her parents are leaving Cameron Parish, Louisiana.
They've already been through it 2 times, and I've, helped them, and they're not coming back. It's just too much.
Laura expected to reach at least Category 4 strength before it makes landfall tonight or early tomorrow. Jacob Blake's parents say they haven't heard much from Kenosha, Wisconsin police after officers shot their son 7 times in the back. His mother, Julia Jackson.
He didn't deserve to be shot like a pig, like just an object.
Police say 2 people were killed, 1 wounded during last night's protests. The featured speaker at tonight's Republican National Convention.
I'd like to introduce you to a few remarkable Americans.
Vice President Mike Pence, his wife Karen, is also expected to speak. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Whatever the weather brings this summer, you can rely on a York Affinity premium system to keep your home cool and comfortable. You'll get maximum efficiency thanks to advanced technology and helping to significantly reduce your energy bill. Plus, you can stay connected via our Wi-Fi-enabled touchscreen thermostat. Yeah, every York unit is designed, engineered, and assembled in the United States and backed by industry-leading warranties, and affordable financing options are available. Call Lock Air Conditioning, your local York dealer, 760-353-4501. That's 353-4501 to schedule a free evaluation of your system. Contractor's license 696-216.
California headline news: as fire crews battle those massive wildfires in Northern California, residents in some areas will be allowed back in their neighborhoods to see if they have anything left.
It's important for everyone to realize that this is a time when some people will realize they no longer have homes, that they are going to be experiencing considerable losses. So it is always important, and we urge you to look out for your neighbors.
Sonoma County Sheriff Mark Essig: at least 1,400 structures have been destroyed, while at least 7 people have been killed. Continued improving numbers in the state's battle against COVID-19. The 7-day positivity rate, 5.7% for test results.
Today, our hospital number of 4,424 individuals in the state's hospitals is down about 19%. compared to where we were 2 weeks ago.
Health and Human Services Secretary Mark Galey saying it's no time to relax, even as more counties are coming off the state's watch list. Near 90 today in Los Angeles, mid-80s in Napa, low 90s in Sacramento, 114 in Palm Springs. Jeff Scott, California News.
And World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. For sales, for service, you call the experts at Lock Air Conditioning.
And now a game of commercial chicken, brought to you by Progressive, where we see how long Flo can go without talking about insurance. Ready? Go.
So, traffic has been crazy lately, right? And rush hour? Forget it. Nobody wants to let you merge onto the highway. But hey, somebody let you merge or you wouldn't be there, so drivers who switch to Progressive could save big.
Okay, you win. We can't help but save customers money. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Morning.
How'd you get in my house, B?
Through the air conditioning vent. It's dark in there.
Go away.
How about some Honey Nut Cheerios?
Cheerios. Do I look like a child to you?
Honey Nut Cheerios are tasty and can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet. Did you just
No.
I'm pretty sure I heard a
It was my dryer.
You might want to get that thing checked out.
Have a change of heart. Honey Nut Cheerios. Learn more about Honey Nut Cheerios by picking up a box at your local store.
It's page 1 of the local news, page 1 of service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
It's Wednesday morning and time to take a look at the latest in local news. 7 more, count them, 7 more are rescued. George Gale filed this story.
It was early Sunday morning. El Centro Sector Border Patrol received a distress call Saturday night. A man said he and his group had entered the U.S. illegally about 40 miles west of Calexico. He said they were lost and out of water. Border Patrol agents and the sector's Mountain Disrupt Unit began the search using GPS coordinates from the phone call. They were found early Sunday morning in the Jacumba Wilderness area. All 7 were given water and checked for injuries. They were then taken for processing. It was determined the 6 male adults and 1 female adult were all from Mexico. They were processed and then deported back to their country of origin. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Various agencies are investigating an accident that resulted in 2 deaths. The accident was reported at 7:25 Tuesday evening in the area of State Route 78 and Ted Kipf roads. Initial reports were that a dune buggy was burning. Apparently 2 people were trapped in the dune buggy when it crashed and caught fire. California Highway Patrol, Imperial County Coroner's Office, and BLM are among the agencies investigating the incident. No other details are available at this time. KXO News Time 7:43.
It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 2 locations in the Valley, on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro, and in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. They're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. till 6 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. And Quick Lane has the best prices on name brand tires, guaranteed. Just ask your Quick Lane advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro.
In other local news, heat-related deaths here in Imperial County. Here's more on that story.
Officials say it is a possibility. 2 bodies were found recently. The first body, 60-year-old male, was found Friday evening in the 700 block of South Brawley Avenue. The man has not been identified. Body was found sitting near a tree. Police say there were no signs of foul play. They did say the man suffered from various medical conditions. Second unidentified male body was found Saturday morning in the slabs near the Internet Cafe. Autopsies will be performed on both bodies to determine the exact cause of death. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The National Weather Service has extended the excessive heat warning for Imperial, Yuma, and Mexicali valleys. According to the National Weather Service, temperatures will remain unseasonably hot through the week. The National Weather Service has even added far western Imperial County to the area covered in the warning. Temperatures in the 115-degree range will continue and expand. At this time, any thunderstorm activity should remain east of the Colorado River Valley. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Pico Market is under new ownership. Did you know? Yeah, don't worry. They kept the butcher, and it's still the best carne asada in town. Carne asada, pollo asada, steaks, and more. Groceries, snacks, soda, beer, liquor, they have it all at Pico Market. And if you spend $50, you get a free bag of ice. And on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, buy 1 pound of chicken, get another pound free. Only at Pico Market, 802 West Pico Avenue in El Centro. They're under new ownership. Same great carne asada. Pico Market.
Page 2 of the local news and in-depth weather brought to you this morning by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
Continuing with more local news, a small step to reopening. The state of California has accepted Imperial County's variance report and will allow the county to move forward in the state's roadmap to recovery. According to Imperial County Public Health Director Jeanette Angulo, late Monday night, the state called county officials and said that because of the significant progress the county has made in slowing the growth of COVID-19 virus, they will allow progress not only to stage 2 low risk, but also to stage 2 high risk, with some exceptions. This step will allow the reopening of malls, hair salons, and barber shops and restaurants with outdoor service. House of worship and other retail stores and facilities will also be allowed a certain level of reopening. And Imperial County Health Public Order, or the Imperial County Health Department's public health order is expected that it became in effect, let's get this right, on Tuesday in the evening. Good news for Imperial County. A 28-year-old is arrested for drug. Here's more on that story.
She was caught trying to smuggle methamphetamine. A woman who had driven up to the Highway 86 checkpoint Sunday morning. Border Patrol K-9 team alerted to the vehicle, and it was sent to the secondary inspection area. A detailed search resulted in the discovery of 60 packages wrapped in tape. They were found hidden in the vehicle's floorboard, back seat, and rocker panels. The contents tested positive for methamphetamine. Narcotics weighed over 148 pounds with an estimated value of $334,372. Woman, the vehicle, and the meth were all turned over to the Drug Enforcement Administration. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
As Imperial County moves into Stage 2 of the state's resilience roadmap, the Public Health Department continues to update the daily dashboard of statistics. On Tuesday morning, numbers showed that deaths remained at 272, and the number of positive tests is now at 10,486. The Tuesday numbers also show that 829 individuals are considered to be actively infected with the virus. The 7-day percentage of positive tests is 8.55%. With the move to Stage 2, the county will allow many businesses to reopen with modifications. Because Imperial County remains on the state's COVID-19 data monitoring list, some sectors, such as hair salons and barbershops, will only be allowed to conduct outdoor operations at this time. Dr. Stephen Monday, Imperial County Public Health Officer, emphasized that safety measures, such as stay-at-home order, requirements for social distancing, and face coverings remain in place. Well, on Thursday, July 30th, patrol officers from the El Centro Police Department arrested Daniel Alexander Munguia for assault with a deadly weapon. He was a person of interest in the 2019 murder of Raul Esparza, a resident of El Centro. The El Centro Police Department Investigation Bureau interviewed Munguia in regards to the unsolved 2019 murder of Raul Esparza. He was transported and booked into Imperial County Sheriff's Office jail for assault with a deadly weapon. He was subsequently charged with the murder of Raul Esparza. On Thursday, August 20th, El Centro Police Department detectives responded to the residence of Rosita Deborah Torres. She was taken into custody and subsequently booked into the Imperial County Sheriff's Office jail for the murder of Raul Esparza. The case was presented to the Imperial County District Attorney's Office for prosecution. On August 24th, both suspects were charged for the murder. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
David H. West Insurance is announcing Covered California has extended their enrollment period until August 31st. Because of COVID-19, enrollment has doubled from last year. David H. West Insurance has been helping residents in the Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs. David, Jose, and staff are trained professionals who can help you make the right choice and what fits your budget. Don't hesitate. Call David H. West Insurance today and make an appointment at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says temperatures will remain unseasonably hot for the majority of the week, with readings exceeding excessive thresholds for the Imperial, Yuma, and Mexicali valleys. Monsoon moisture looks to gradually return this weekend into early next week, leading to an increase in thunderstorm chances, along with their associated impacts, such as strong wind, heavy rain, and blowing dust. Given the increase in moisture, temperatures will cool over the weekend and into next week and fall to near seasonal normal levels. 116 the high yesterday, 84 the low. Mostly sunny and hot today with a high near 113. West wind around 5 miles an hour, then becoming calm. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 87. West-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, turning out of the south after midnight. Thursday will be sunny and hot with a high again near 113. South-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour, turning north-northwest in the afternoon. 90 degrees downtown El Centro, 28% relative humidity, wind out of the south-southwest at about 3 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news and the weather brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplement coverage. David H. West Insurance Services. So, we are now able to start opening up. What now? More than ever, respect the mask. Social distance. We want to stay open. The next weeks are risky ones. Dove hunting, Labor Day, cool weather, fall. COVID is still around and things can quickly come apart. This is not about politics or personal rights. It's common sense. Wear your mask, social distance, allow our businesses to stay open. It's up to you. This moment of caution is brought to you by the Imperial Valley Business Recovery Task Force. ivbizrecovery.com. It's sports time. NBA action. The Nuggets, well, they gave the Jazz a noogie. 117-107. Utah leads 3-2 in the series. And meanwhile, the Clippers pounded the Mavericks 154-111. Yeah, that was basketball. Somebody play defense. Yeah, stop them from scoring. Major League Baseball action, we've got that coming up. High school football returns to KXO. We will have classic high school football games every Friday night on KXO AM 1230 and on the KXO YouTube channel. Our broadcast will feature some of the very best games from the KXO archives, concluding with the state championship game between Milpitas and the Southwest Eagles.
Let's play some football!
Classic high school football is brought to you by Hacienda Snack Bar in Brawley. Daily specials for takeout or local delivery. Ubaldo Bermudez, your local Allstate agent. Pico Market, new ownership, same great carne asada at 8th and Pico El Centro. Baja Farms, El Centro City Councilman Jason Jackson asking for your vote in November. Ayton Express, your one-stop convenience store at Ayton and 86 in Imperial. Stan's Auto Body, taking pride in fixing your vehicle right. Major League Baseball, the Astros topped the Angels 6-3. They played a twin bill. The Angels came back in the nightcap 12-5. Marlins over the Mets 4-0 again. They played 2. Ernie Banks would have been thrilled. The Marlins came back in the nightcap 3-0. Phillies over the Nationals 8-3. Red Sox topped the Blue Jays 9-7. Rays over the Orioles 4-2. It was the Indians. They topped the Twins 4-2. Tigers, they beat the Cubs 7-1. Athletics over the Rangers 10-3. The White Sox shut out the Pirates 4-0. Giolito threw the first no-hitter of the year. Brewers nipped the Reds 3-2. Royals 5, Cardinals 4. Mariners, they beat up on the Padres 8-3. Rockies edged the Diamondbacks 5-4. And it was the Giants went 11 innings before they beat the Dodgers 10-8. Meanwhile, Yankees and Braves postponed. Well, they just didn't want to play in the rain. That's it for Sports Time. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs. from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and weather brought to you by Imperial Valley's Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, they do. Stocks are trading modestly higher today with a tight range Wednesday morning, eking out small intraday records at the start of trading. Investors are looking ahead to tomorrow's speech by Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell in the absence of other market-driving catalysts. With no major headlines or a clear catalyst to drive the markets today, and with no major releases on the agenda, it seems that investors may have taken a more cautious stance ahead of Fed Chair Powell's statements tomorrow. KXO News Time, 7:58.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialists. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection. Water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 53 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. That's 352-6789 or 344-2533 in the North End. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
It will be mostly sunny and hot today with a high near 113, west wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming calm. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 87, west-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, turning out of the south after midnight. Thursday, sunny and hot with a high near 113, south-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour, then turning out of the north-northwest in the afternoon. We have 92 degrees downtown, 28% relative humidity. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Roto-Rooter in El Centro and Brawley. When drains don't work, they do.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
And this station is KXO, El Centro, California.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Steve Kaith, and forecasters say Hurricane Laura will likely be a catastrophic Category 4 hurricane when it hits the Gulf Coast overnight tonight. Right now it's a Category 3, packing top sustained winds of 125 miles an hour. CBS News meteorologist David Parkinson.
Right within 20 miles or so either way of the Louisiana-Texas state line, that's where you're absolutely going to get crushed by this storm. And then 200 miles away from the coast, you will be seeing hurricane force winds.
CBS's Courtney Zubrowski on the effort to get people to safety.
Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards says residents have until noon to be where they want to be to ride out the storm.
My biggest fear is not so much that people aren't evacuating, it's that they're going to decide to do that when it's going to be too late to move them.
Storm surge of up to 13 feet is expected along the Gulf Coast. In some spots, water is already creeping up.
We hadn't even gotten a storm yet, and it's already over the street.
Well, it was a deadly night in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Protesters battled with police. 2 of 3 gunshot victims died. CBS's Mola Lengi.
Police are still looking for the shooter or the shooters. It's unclear if last night's shooting was sparked by last night's protest, but it happened just a few blocks from here, which has essentially been the front line in the standoff between protesters and police here at the courthouse. You see the damage, the burnt out trucks, the water bottles protesters were throwing at police, the tear gas canisters, the steel fencing that police put up in order to protect themselves.
Republicans at their national convention have said next to nothing about the coronavirus pandemic, but last night First Lady Melania Trump did.
My deepest sympathy goes out to everyone who has lost a loved one, and my prayers are with those who are ill or suffering.
There's trouble at several Florida colleges after some pandemic parties.
Police have arrested 11 students after a Florida State University frat party. The University of Miami blames dorm room parties for a COVID-19 outbreak there. Some students have been kicked out. And at Fort Myers, the president of Florida Gulf Coast University has threatened a campus shutdown after two big parties. Student Caitlin Snook.
Everyone's been so bored with quarantine and lockdown, and now they think just because they're over it that they can pretend like the virus doesn't exist anymore.
School officials say students who went to those parties should get COVID-19 tests as soon as possible. Peter King, CBS News, Orlando.
The U.S. military says it killed 6 al-Shabaab militants in an airstrike in Somalia after the group attacked Somali soldiers. Wall Street right now, the Dow is down 70 points. NASDAQ is up 100. This is CBS News.
Brought to you by Capital One. Capital One's banking app lets you manage your money anytime, anywhere. This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your renter's insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Great. As a minimalist, I need simple insurance.
Nice place. No furniture?
Nothing spark joy, except for this fruit bowl.
Well, with Liberty Mutual, you only pay for what you need, so there's that.
I mean, look, so beautiful, so empty again.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Okay, moms and dads, you gotta check this out. Target has all the easiest ways to check off your kids' entire list and get them ready for school. Like Drive Up. Order ahead and Target will load your school order right into your car's trunk. No contact required. Check. Or my personal favorite, Target School List Assist. Check off your kids' actual class list in a click and have it shipped to your door. Check and check. This year, check everything off the list with easy and contactless ways to get ready for school. Only at Target. Restrictions may apply.
A new look for an organization that's been around for more than a century.
The Girl Scouts are making fashion changes.
The uniform signifies the beginning of that very personal adventure called growing up.
That uniform will now include a vest with pockets big enough to fit an iPhone. Other new separates include black spandex leggings, jean jackets, sweatshirts, and short cargo skirts. The designs are from 3 FIT students aiming to make uniforms more versatile and relative. The GSA hopes it'll encourage older girls to stick with scouting. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
In baseball, some firsts in the pandemic last night. Chicago White Sox pitcher Lucas Giolito tossed the season's first no-hitter. He struck out 13 and walked 1. In the Mets' doubleheader loss to the Marlins, Miami player John Berti did the rarest of the rare. He stole home in Game 2. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Hiring can be challenging, but ZipRecruiter makes it fast and easy. We talked to COO Dylan Miskowitz, who needed to hire a director of coffee for his company, Cafe Altura.
We would look through lots of applications for people who were not qualified. It definitely.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us to learn more about Imperial County's roadmap to recovery. First, I want to express my deepest condolences to those families and friends who have lost loved ones and who have family members and loved ones that are still recovering from the virus. COVID-19 has had a devastating impact on our community over the past 5 months or so. It's been very difficult for all of us. But today, I am hopeful that we are here to share some exciting news with you. The Governor's Office and the California Department of Public Health have accepted the county's submission of the COVID-19 variance report, also known as an attestation, demonstrating that the County of Imperial is confident that we are at a point where we have been able to meet the state's metrics to proceed in the state's resiliency map. As many of you know, our positivity rate has drastically decreased, and we continue to move in a positive direction. Amid the hardships much of our population has faced, especially those who have been or not been able to work or provide for their families during this time, we are sharing this information in an effort to provide hope and knowing that we are moving forward to our community. Our Imperial County Public Health Director, Janet Angulo, which will explain more in detail what this means.
Good morning. It's a great pleasure to be here this morning with you all. Yes, a lot has happened in the last few days. I'm just going to do a quick recap of what has happened in the last week. Last week, the Imperial County Public Health Department made 2 distinct requests to the state, given its steady progress over the last several weeks and after careful review of COVID-19 case, hospital, and other data. The first request was to move into stage 2 low risk, and that was without the submittal of a variance or attestation report. That was on Tuesday of last week. On Wednesday of last week, the Public Health Department notified the state of our intent to submit a variance or attestation report, given that the required metrics and readiness criteria had been met. On Thursday, the consultation with the state was held and a report was submitted that same day. Very late last night, Imperial County received notification that our variance report had been accepted. The variance report should be posted shortly on the California Department of Public Health's webpage, where all other county variance or attestation reports are posted. Those reports are available for public review. So what does it mean to have a variance? Because of the acceptance of the variance, Imperial County can navigate through all of stage 2, low and high risk. The sectors that can open or reopen must be aligned with what the state of California allows in its resilience roadmap to recovery. One thing to remember is that Imperial County is still on the state's data monitoring list, and as such, we are subject to additional sector requirements. In Imperial, a local health officer has been drafted and will be issued outlining what sectors or businesses can open, and it'll be effective 5 p.m. today, August 25th. Before mentioning what can open and at what capacity, I'll just share a bit about the state's data monitoring list so that there's an understanding of what that is and what it means to be on such list. The data monitoring list was set by the state of California to monitor counties with elevated disease transmission, increasing hospitalizations, and limited hospital capacity. As mentioned in the past, this is a separate process from the variance or attestation process with slightly different metrics than the variance report. We've also made great progress with the data monitoring list metrics, but there is one lingering metric that we're working hard towards meeting, and that is the case rate per 100,000 population. Key to remember is that once a county appears on the state's data monitoring list for 3 consecutive days, indoor operations in sectors listed in Section 3 of the state's health officer order dated July 13th, they must close indoors for until the July 13th state health officer order is rescinded or modified. The state has stated that they're actively working on updating such order. Additionally, and this is important for schools, counties must be off the data monitoring list for 14 days before considering any in-class instruction in K through 12 schools. What can Imperial County reopen? I think that's what we're waiting for. As of 5 p.m., August 25th, Imperial County can reopen the following sectors given the existing state's framework and guidance documents. Outdoors only, with safety plans in place, social distancing, and all other prevention measures and modifications as specified in the state's industry guidance. That industry guidance lays it out for all the different sectors of what's required in order for them to reopen or restart operations. And they're found in the COVID-19 page of the States of California's webpage. So outdoors only with modifications. Malls, hair salons and barbershops, fitness facilities, personal care services, with the exception of tattooing, piercing, electrolysis, those must remain closed. Card rooms, campgrounds, RV parks, and outdoor recreation. With campgrounds, the playgrounds, conference spaces, or meeting rooms, those areas should remain closed until each of those types of establishments are allowed to resume modified or full operations. Family entertainment centers, movie theaters, restaurants to include outdoor dining, wineries and testing rooms, zoos, museums, galleries. First Amendment protests, the 100 maximum or the limit has been removed. Tarps can be used for sun protection, but no walls or blowers. Places of worship and providers of religious services and cultural ceremonies. The 100 maximum limit has been removed. Tarps can be used for sun protection. Again, no walls or blowers. And I'll provide a little bit more detail for places of worship under the following section related to counseling services. Open indoors with safety plans in place, social distancing protocols, and all other prevention measures and modifications as specified in the state's industry guidance. Places of worship, specifically counseling services. Faith-based counseling services are permissible in person where service cannot reasonably be practiced remotely. This designation does not allow gatherings beyond counseling to members of a single household. Casinos, childcare, retail in general, including bookstores, clothing and shoe stores, florists, home and furnishing stores, jewelry stores, and others. Libraries, music, film, and TV production, day camps, youth sports. As it pertains to education, higher education, in-person instruction is limited to specialized courses only. Schools, K through 12, and school-based programs, as mentioned, since we're on the state's data monitoring list, we must be off such list for 14 days before considering a waiver option and allowing in-class instruction. And we're working closely with the Imperial County Office of Education and the school district superintendents because we understand that in-class instruction is important. But more to come as we make progress in our additional metrics. What is closed? Stage 3 and 4 sectors, including convention centers, indoor playgrounds, public events and gatherings, tattoos, piercing, and I'm probably saying this word wrong, electrolysis, theme parks and festivals, recreational team sports, sauna and steam rooms, bars, brew pubs, breweries, pubs, unless they are offering outdoor dine-in meals. Once Imperial County is off the data monitoring list for the required amount of time established by the state, then it will open, as state guidance allows, additional sectors that are currently outdoors only. Reminders. There's a couple of reminders that I want to put out there. Yes, we have made great progress thus far, but this pandemic is far from being over. It is extremely important for Imperial County, even after being granted a variance, that we continue to work closely. And when I say we, it's all of us that make up this beautiful community. Now, this is not the time to let our guard down. Please continue practicing those great prevention habits, such as wearing a face covering, staying 6 feet from those that are not within your household, washing your hands, staying home if you're sick, and all those other messages that we've been sending for the last 5 to 6 months. We must together ensure that any reopenings are done in a safe and healthy manner. We need to do this for our children, our family, our friends. We are in this together. Thank you all. And I just want to end by saying that I am very grateful to have such a wonderful team at the Public Health Department. They've worked long hours since February to make sure that, we reach those milestones in a very healthy and safe manner. Dr. Monday, who has worked hours and hours, our health officer, on making sure that decisions are made based on data, based on what's actually happening on the ground, what's happening in the hospitals, making sure that every move is done in a healthy and very safe manner, because these are our children, our families. These are our friends. And thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming together.
Thank you so much. I'm Efrain Silva, Mayor of the City of El Centro. And first of all, let me say to the County Health Department, Ms. Angulo, County Supervisor, Chairman Blancarte, CEO Rajoras, that this is a very important day for our communities. I understand the frustration that many of us have felt over the last 5 months, wanting to return to a semi-normal life. I'm not even saying normal. And this is a very important step towards that. And it has taken the work and sacrifices of an awful lot of people, to our community that is hearing us today, understanding the limitations that were just voiced. Consider this to be an important step, but we're far from where we need to be. I just want to reiterate that the sacrifices and the preventive measures that we have to continue doing are going to get us past this pandemic in a way that we can return to a normal life. I appreciate the work that's been done. I think there's progress. Obviously, we all know that outdoor activities right now are not ideal, and so we don't expect to see much of that, but it's progress. I have to see it as progress. So thank you to all of you. Thank you, Janet, for all the work that you have done. Let's keep working, because I think that together we all need to be part of the solution to this. So,
good morning, Imperial County. Tony Rajoras, County Executive Office. And I just want to start off with saying, I think most of you guys know my previous work history, what I did responding to emergencies for multiple decades. As we see throughout the state of California right now and how we are responding, we do go through a mutual aid system. And this is where we rely on our cities, our counties, as well as our state through a true partnership of getting things done through our great state, but more importantly, the community we serve of Imperial County. Today would not be possible if it was not for the community working together in a mutual aid response, hand in hand, being proactive to making the changes that need to occur throughout our county, but for the beautiful community and the beautiful community members that we serve. Today's a great milestone of moving forward, and that is because of the importance of what our community has put into this. Not because of the people standing up here, sitting at the podium, standing at the podium, speaking today, but the people, our residents, our visitors, the leaders throughout our community, whether actual leaders, unofficial leaders, the true leaders making a difference, voicing the concerns, the business task force, our schools, our faith-based leaders, making the changes, making the request, adhering to the messages, putting our messages out and being true partners, standing shoulder to shoulder. As a leader, it's not about those behind me, it's the people standing alongside you, getting the message out, achieving the desired results, and that's why we're here today. We live in a beautiful community. I've said this, I've lived here my entire life. I can't imagine living anywhere else. So during the summertime, I will have to tell you, sometimes I do question myself about why I do live here and why I've lived here forever. But it's because of the people watching, it's the people sitting in this audience, and it's the people that have made the change of why we could have this today. I appreciate everybody's partnership. I appreciate everybody's dedication and hard work. Imperial County strong. Thank you.
Okay, hearing none. Thank you all for attending our press conference. Thank you all for doing everything that you can, and please be safe. Thank you.